Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Do you guys see what I have on that forehead? Please, just don't mind me. Say hi. Hi. So we're currently doing Ava's homework. Like I said, I don't know when the next video was gonna be up, but I got home today. Actually, I got home yesterday and the curtains were put up. I was so happy. Because let me tell you guys. Yes, color the letters. So then we got, hold on. So we got the stuff from IKEA, the curtains, as you guys saw on Saturday. Sunday, we tried to put them up. And let me tell you what a mission that was, because as we're opening everything, none of the stuff came with screws. And then it didn't even tell you what size screws you need. So that was just a whole mission. So we waited till Monday, and then I was telling Evans, oh, when I get off of work, we'll be able to put the curtains up so we can show everybody how it came out. He's like, oh, I still didn't get the curtains, blah, blah, blah. I don't know what size the screw is. Long story short, I finally came home, and he had a surprise, and he put them up by himself. I was like, yay. So let me show you guys how they look. Please don't mind the clothes on the couch. It's clean clothes. I just got to put them away. But how do you guys like it? So obviously, he put the curtains that he chose. We still have the other curtains, and he didn't want to put them up. But I was like, all right, whatever. I mean, these look pretty good, and it makes the living room look so dark. It's unbelievable. But I just wanted to show you guys a little after of what it looked like. And then the reason, let me know if you guys like it like this. Like I was telling him, he was like, oh, you know, he got in his feelings a little or whatever. Because he said that, oh, he was trying to play it closer to the floor. However, he wasn't able to, because like when he was trying to put the screws in, it wasn't working for him. And he didn't have a laser material. So that was like basically the shortest he can put it. So that's how it turned out. And then let me show you guys here. Let me turn it around so you guys put the cereals out. So let me know how you guys like it. It looks nice and simple. This obviously is not gonna go here. It's gonna go on the table, which as you guys saw also, we don't have the rug out yet because he doesn't know if we should get a new one or if we should have somebody clean it, because we've been trying to find somebody to clean it, but we can't. And then I'm gonna make dinner, so don't mind that. But then we put these little things here. Look how cute that looks. Imagine like the dinner stuff wasn't here. I'm gonna make me something to eat. So imagine if that wasn't here. How cute is that and how simple? Like, yes. And then these are the stuff, like the curtains that I have to return and then all that stuff. But I hope you guys like the after. Since I have you guys here, there's been something that I wanted to talk about. And since I have you guys here today, I thought I should talk about it. So a lot of people don't know, and I don't talk about it with a lot of people, but I suffer from hypothyroid. I found out that I suffered from that when Ava was about less than a year old, I would say. No, gonna be a year, something like that. She was a couple months old only. And the way I found out was that I went to my postpartum appointment when she was a little baby. So I think she was like 3 or 4 months. And my OBG asked me if I had got my period since after I gave birth, and I didn't. Of course I wasn't pregnant. And he was saying, oh, that's very strange or whatever. You haven't got your period, all this stuff. I was like, yeah, I just, I thought it was still normal or whatever. So he had did some levels test on me. And he had found out that one of my hormone levels was extremely high. He referred me to an endocrinologist. And once I saw the endocrinologist, she also did my blood work again. It was still extremely very high. She ordered me to do a thyroid of my, she ordered me to do an ultrasound of my thyroid glands, which for females is located right here. And so I did it. It came out positive, like everything was fine actually. Not positive, like everything was fine, everything was normal. However, my hormones were still very extremely high. They're acting as if my body is not pregnant. I mean, as if my body is pregnant, but I'm not. which is my prolactin levels were always very high, like 80, 90. And for an average woman, they're supposed to be, for average women, it's supposed to be under 20. No, under 20 if you're on menopause. It's supposed to be from 0 to 30 if you're an average woman. And then if you're pregnant, it's supposed to be extremely high, like anywhere from like in the 50s all the way to over like 120 or 100 and something. So my ultrasound came back good. She ordered me to do an MRI. Once I did an MRI of my brain, because, you know, also your hormones and stuff for females, I don't know if a lot of you guys know, this is why I want to talk about it, is because there's like, you know, hormones and your nerves and stuff like that. I don't know how, I don't really still understand how everything is connected, but I guess it is. So I did the MRI of my brain, and they found a little bit of dry blood in my brain, and it was from a tumor that I had. So I had a tumor in my pituitary gland, which that is like right between my eye area, and that was what was causing my hormones to be unbalanced. All my levels were always over 100. So like I said, my body was acting as if I was pregnant, but I was not. And I lived with the tumor for about, I would say it was like a year that I was on medication. And the medication was supposed to shrink the tumor. And unfortunately it didn't. And then I didn't want to continue going on with my life, taking medications forever. And then I used to see a neuro, just to make sure that everything was always fine, that it wasn't like messing with anything in my brain and all this stuff. And I saw the neuro for about a year as well. And then after my yearly checkup, I finally went back into the to see the neurologist, the neurosurgeon, because he was a neurosurgeon, and he brought up the idea of having the tumor removed. He said, "I think it's about time. You're extremely young. You don't want to keep going like this for the rest of your life." Sorry. He said that if I wanted to have kids, or kids in the future, it would be best to remove it. I'm sorry, like I said, I've been wanting to talk about this forever because January is Thyroid Awareness Month. And if I don't talk about it now, I'm never going to be able to. Because I want you guys to hear my experience. And if there's anybody out there that suffers from the same thing, I would like to know. Because it's extremely hard to deal with something like this, and to feel like you're like you stand out from other women or stuff like that, because I am ashamed of my weight, and I am ashamed sometimes that I'm so young and I want a second kid, and that it's gonna be harder for me in a sense. However, so the neurosurgeon told me that it would be best for me to remove it, which I came to the conclusion, and he's like, you know, it's gonna be hard. It would be best if you do it. You need a strong support system and whatnot. And I was like, okay, you know, I already have that. At the time, you know, I was me and Evans had been living in our own place for about a couple months. You know, I've already been dealing with the situation for such a long time. And I brought it up to him, and I'm like, well, and I was also working at that time, and I brought it up to him, and I was like, well, how would you feel, like, you know, if I removed it and stuff like that? Of course, he always supports me 100%, and he's like, you know, just do what you think is best, and, you know, if you don't want to continue dealing with it, you know, you can remove it, because the side effects were crazy for that whole year, and I'm still suffering with them. But let me continue, so I'll go on to the after. But so, you know, the side effects were crazy. So he's like, just do what you want, do what you think is best. You know, it's your body, and you know, he's always gonna support me no matter what. So I decided to get the tumor removed, and I had the surgery April 18th, 2018. I do want to insert a clip of how I looked when I woke up. I was in the NICU unit. And when I woke up, I had like so many IVs in me and stuff. And the only thing I remember is, like, I remember everything. But I remember when it was the day of the surgery and my grandparents were there. And Evans was upstairs in the room. He didn't want to walk downstairs to the operating room. You know, I'm pretty sure he was acting like a big baby. That's why he didn't want to go. He was like, no, I'm just wait for you here in the room. So I went downstairs with my grandparents. And then I went to the operating side. And I can't even talk about it. But I went into the operating like place, and then they put like the cap on me and stuff on my head, and I already had like dots all over my face because I had to do an MRI prior that night so they could navigate where they were going to take the tumor out from. So I did like in total, I believe it was like 3 tumors since I was in the hospital for those 5 days. And they had dots all over my face. So the morning of, I go to the operating room and my grandparents were there, and you know, they did a prayer and whatnot. And I remember a nurse coming in, and she came and she said, oh, everything is going to be fine. And then they walked me to the back. And all I remember is I was holding her hand, and I was looking at her, and I was like, I was panicking in a sense. And all of a sudden my eyes just closed, and that's it. And I fell asleep, obviously, because I guess they did my surgery. I woke up, and when I woke up, I was in the NICU unit. When I woke up, of course, I had my grandparents still there, and then I had Evans. So then when I woke up, everything was fine. I just couldn't move and whatnot. I had to do physical therapy to make sure that I was able to walk and hold myself. You know, it is a big surgery. It's something that they're removing from my brain. So they, hold on. So then I woke up when I woke up, everything was fine. Like I said, I learned how to do physical therapy again. Learn how to walk. Like, I had to do physical therapy to walk. They had to make sure that everything was good, that my levels were good, my vitals was good, that I was able to maneuver and do things on my own and stuff. Although I was going to have Evans there, they wanted to make sure that everything was there. My doctor came in the room, and he said that the tumor was successfully removed and that there were no issues and whatever, and he had a great staff, and he had an ENT there because what they did was they removed the tumor from my nose. You guys see it in the video. It's between my eyes, so they went through my nose and they removed it. It's a small tumor. I know I'm making it a big thing, although it is, because it's something that was in my brain basically. It was very small. It's like the size of a nut. He said that he removed it. Everything was perfectly fine. Everything went well. To come and see him in a couple weeks after the surgery, and that I would have to follow up with the ENT who also did it to make sure that everything heals properly, because what they had to do is they went through my nose, but they had to break bone inside my nose. So they had to cut a piece inside my nose of bone to break that part to get into where the tumor was. And for about a couple weeks, I hated it. Like, I couldn't breathe. There was blood in my nose all the time. I couldn't pick it out. I couldn't scratch my nose. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't sleep. I would have to sleep, like, basically sit. I couldn't lay down because the blood would either go to the back. I can't lay on my side or anything because also I would get really bad headaches. So it was a very tough time dealing with that. But like I said, I had a great support system. And it's something that I feel like sometimes that, there's other women that do suffer from this, and I'm probably not alone, but I don't know, I just wanted to talk about it and, you know, say about it, because it's just crazy how a woman's body works. And I don't want to keep feeling like, oh, this only happens to me, because it can happen to anybody. But I just wanted to talk about it because I just feel like it would be a great learning experience, or it would be a great story to share with somebody who's struggling with the similar symptoms. Which, oh, I didn't even talk about the symptoms. I'm so sorry. So the symptoms I was having was, I would feel very weak. To this day, I still do. I would have breast milk leaking out. And I wasn't breastfeeding. To this day, I still have breast milk leaking out. I checked my hormone levels last month, and my prolactin level is extremely high, which also it can be a flare-up because of stressing myself or overwhelming myself, or when anxiety or anything. It was 147, I believe. It was over 100, less than 150. And like I said, that is very extremely high. So yes, I do have to follow up with still an endocrinologist, which I prolong the situation all the time, and I know I shouldn't. Huh?
Can I help you put the sausage right here?
Yeah, give me a second.
Okay.
Stay right there, so you don't fall.
Okay, I'm not falling now.
And I know I shouldn't prolong the situation, but I just do, since everything I've been through and stuff. And sorry about that, guys. Ava dropped the camera. But yeah, to this day, I still have breast milk leaking out. I have, what else? I would feel just very tired, very overwhelmed. I would have breast milk leaking out. Oh, my period. My period was a very big factor. Some months I wouldn't get my period, and it would go on like that for like 4 or 5 months straight. I would feel very bloated. I would get severe headaches, non-stop headaches, to the point where I would feel like I would just feel so weak. Sometimes it happens, like I still feel the symptoms, it still flares up, although my tumor is removed. I still get that feeling. I still get that tired feeling. I still get that overwhelming feeling, that scared feeling, like something might happen or might grow again, or you just may never know. Like I always question myself. And it's just a scary thing to go through. And, you know, I wouldn't want to wish it upon nobody, because, you know, women already go through enough pain with giving birth to children and everything else. Like we just suffer from so much things. And for a woman to go through any disease or any health issue is just even worse on them. But like I said, I mean, I don't wish this on anybody, and I really wanted to share my experience with you guys, and you know, and let people know that, you know, you always have to take care of yourself, and you know, it's very important. At this point, I don't even know, I'm just rambling. But it's just very important to always take care of yourself and always check your hormones. And if you feel like there's something wrong, you know your body better than anybody else. And you know, it's just always good to take care of yourself. I mean, look at me, who's talking? Look at me. I mean, I try to take care of myself as best as I can, but I'm just so over doctors at this point. But I just wanted to share my experience a little bit with you guys, because it's something I've been wanting to talk about. And it's already January 27th, and if I don't talk about it soon, you know, then I might not just bring it up at all. You know, and this month is thyroid awareness, like I said, and I just wanted to talk about it. And I hope that if anybody else is having this issue, that they do reach out to me and give me advice or give me tips, because I still don't know how to maintain everything. Like, I still get overwhelmed, I still cry, I still feel like I don't really have anybody that understands, because this is supposed to be something that is hereditary. My doctor told me that nobody in my family suffers from this. And so nobody in my family suffers from this. So they don't know where I could have got it from. Because I try to talk to all my family and I'd be like, you know, do you know anybody who has this or whatnot? And nobody knows. So it's very crazy that I got it out of everybody, because I have always been extremely skinny since I've met Evans. And then after Ava, I just got like this, guys. And it's also not because I don't eat healthy or whatever, because I know a lot of people always tell me, oh, change your diet or eat healthy or do this or do that and all this stuff and don't eat meat. And it's just like, I mean, I feel like at this point, I've already honestly given up. I've tried so many options. Me and Evan stopped eating meat for about 3 to 4 months last year. That didn't work. It just made me more hungry. I was constantly eating more. And obviously, I'm already overweight. I don't like eating more. I felt like I was never full. Then people tell me not to eat fried food, which I don't even eat fried food a lot. The only time I eat fried food, if it's like fried chicken from my mother-in-law or my sister-in-law, or if it's like when we go out to a restaurant and we'll eat, like I'll have fries. Like we always have fries, a side of fries. That's pretty much about it. And they always say, oh, well, like, just do this or do that or have shakes or have this. And it's just like, I feel like I have tried so many alternatives and options already at this point that honestly, like I said, I just given up and I just feel like there's no hope. So if you have any tips or any tricks, or if you suffer from the same thing, please comment down below, because I would love to know what do you do, what works for you. Because as you guys see, I don't eat back. This is my second meal for the day. This morning I had a croissant with egg and cheese, very small croissant, about this big. And I ate that about around, like I would say it was 10. I ate that, and I haven't eaten since then, and it's 7:12. Currently right now I am making pepper sausages with a side of wild rice, and I'm making a small fresh salad on the side, which the salad just has red onions, tomatoes, and avocado. Sorry, I have to look at what I'm cooking, like literally. And I just hope you guys can share some of your stories, or just give me some tricks or whatnot of how to deal with something like this. And if you know anybody who's dealing with stuff like this, you know, just always show them love and show them that, you know, you want to help, or that you care, or just always support them in anything they do. Because, you know, although it may not be like a big issue, like a cancer or any other issue, it's still a disease, and we still fight with it every single day. Just like when people fight with diabetes and stuff like that, you know, although people are like, oh, you're gonna live or whatever, of course we're gonna live forever. It's just, you know, we have to live with our symptoms, we have to live with our mood swings, we have to, like, you know, beat ourselves up certain days and stuff. And it's just adapting to that, you know, that condition or that lifestyle, especially since I'm so young. And, you know, it was something new for me. And a lot of you guys don't know, I don't have family in the area where I live. All my family lives about 3 hours away from me. And it was just a really hard thing to deal with. And at that time also my parents lived up north in New York. So, no, did they? Yes, they lived up north when they found out about my tumor, and they were devastated. And then I had the surgery when they moved down here, a couple months after they moved down here, so they were also able to come a couple days after my surgery to come see me. But like I said, I just hope you guys enjoy hearing my story and my experience, and understand a little bit of why I am the way I am, why I look the way I look, and whatnot. So please be gentle with the comments, and like I said, if you are somebody who struggles with this, please don't forget to comment down below or just inbox me. I will leave all of our social medias in the description box below, so you can always reach out to me. And I also, like I said, I don't have much pictures because at that time I didn't want to take pictures of how my face looked with all the blood and constantly. But I do have a video, so I will be posting that somewhere in the video. And I hope Ava's calling me because she's in the restroom. I'm coming. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Show that love. Ava's in the restroom. Evans is out. He went to go see his mother for a few, since it was her night off, and she asked him to do a favor. But this is still the Francois families. This is still the Francois family. So we hope you guys subscribe if you already aren't. And I hope you guys like the curtains. But if you also have anything to say about them, like I did, how it was a little too high, comment down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.